Arsenal 2, Wolves 1. We won the game. First of all, I'm happy and necessary, because if we dare not get 3 points against bottom of the league Wolves, who, credit to them, played well, defended well, tried, but that is nothing to say on Arsenal's performance, and especially how we conceded that goal. But getting the 3 points, Jesus, I think it went as an own goal to Mascara, but was involved in that second goal. Obviously poetic. Saka obviously getting the assist and getting involved in the first goal was the only one that showed some quality necessary, and the 3 points. And come the end of the season, come next week, we're probably not going to really be focused too much on this performance. But my oh my, was it frustrating? Was it disappointing? And I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to give my reaction, and want to hear what you guys have to say about it as well. Obviously, a huge talking point. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and give your comments down below. But yeah, the lineup came out. Obviously, it was interesting. We saw Timber in the team. You know, the way the media was releasing it, it seemed like Timber was going left back. Obviously, something that we haven't seen for a long time. And I've seen KAPE centre back, but it ended up being KAPE playing left back, and obviously Timber playing centre back with Saliba and White right back. So we're looking at the team, strong team. Gokwe starting, Martinelli, Saka. Obviously, Martinelli got the nod ahead of Madueke, and Eze got the nod ahead of Odegaard. So I'm thinking, okay, also lack that intensity, lack that urgency, lack that risk. Something that I've been complaining about and saying that has been constantly happening in our first halves. Like, we start maybe the first 5 minutes well, but then once we don't score an early goal or have an early moment, we just kind of move lethargic. We try to kind of bait teams into pressing us. Teams kind of just ready to sit in that low block, as we expect and know will be happening against us, because that's been happening all season. And then we just don't move the ball fast enough. We don't take enough risks. We saw, Martinelli, Gokares not really getting involved in the game. Martinelli really getting the ball. Eze same, not really getting involved in the game. We're moving the ball right to left. Saka's trying. Obviously, had one dangerous ball he put across the box that Gokares should have made a more penetrating run, and if he did, he probably would have got to the ball. But nothing else. No shots on target from Arsenal in the first half, and it was poor. I think Wolves were the one that had the shot on target break from Kwang, and obviously a good save from Raya, some good recovery defending from Timber, but yeah, man, not good enough. This is bottom of the league Wolves. I predicted 4-0. I think even said 5-0 whilst I was on stream. I was thinking Arsenal should be going there, getting a goal early, and capitalising on the fact that Wolves haven't won a game all season, aren't going to be confident. Yes, we'll be fighting, but still. And it wasn't good enough, man. Like, I'll be honest with you, just wasn't good enough. So halftime, as I was on stream with Gunner Street, make sure you go subscribe to his channel as well. Obviously, he was talking about and saying that we expect Mikel to talk to the boys at half time and just come out with a bit more urgency, a bit more intensity. Obviously, see if he makes any changes. He didn't make any changes at half time. There was a upturn in our intensity. I think you saw from Saka, you saw from Rice, you saw from Zubimendi at times, Timber, Eze was trying to get on the ball, but still there's just a lack of quality. Obviously, until Mikel made a triple change, I think he was bringing on Odegaard, Trossard, and Martinelli. Odegaard, Trossard, and Merino for Eze, Martinelli, and I think it was Zubimendi. Obviously, I forgot to say, obviously Ben White came off in the first half of an injury. That looked like a hamstring. It was on a moment where Kwang had his breakaway chance. He kind of pulled up. Obviously, I don't know if it was major because he walked off the pitch, but we never know. We're seeing a lot of recurrence of these injuries in and around, and guys being gone for 4 or 5 weeks. So I hope it's not that for Ben White. He's kind of got into his form and he was playing well this game, but we'll see. Obviously, he did walk off, so maybe he's a bit positive, but we don't know. Obviously, we'll have to see when Mikel talks in his press conference, maybe midweek or post game. But yeah, once Mikel made the subs, obviously you saw a good chance of Martinelli's only good moment in the game, really, where he kind of spun his man. I think Doherty, drove down the line, opened up his body, tried to place it in that far corner, but it went wide. But it was a good moment. And obviously Trossard came on, and I think this is where the game changed. Obviously, shout out to Lewis Skelly, who came on for Ben White when he came off injury. Came off for that injury in the first half, and obviously Timber went to the right back, Kincape tucked into centre back, and Lewis Skelly was left back. Came with a bit more intensity, obviously with his carrying runs, with his passes, and had a bit more urgency. But he was one of the only ones in the first half. In the second half, obviously Trossard came on, showed that quality, showed the form he's been in, and he's been amazing this season. I got to give it to him. I think his creativity from the left hand side, his passing, his creative passing, it's been amazing. It's been Alexis Sanchez. I keep on saying this because it reminds me of that, and that was from Trossard. So credit to him. I think Odegaard, a bit more than Eze, gets onto the ball, tries to make things happen. Obviously, maybe he doesn't take the risk Eze does, but I think him being available, showing on the ball, wanting the ball, I think really helped Arsenal kind of dictate and get on the ball. And I think, yes, that was okay. Marino came on kind of playing in that higher position. Wasn't on the ball too much when he first came on, but grew into the game. Obviously, Zubimendi, Rice, we didn't need both of them on the pitch, so Rice stayed on. His role grew into the game. His emphasis grew into the game. Had a free kick that was closely saved. Similar position to that first free kick from the Real Madrid game. And had some deliveries. But yeah, our first goal came from a corner, obviously, of Saka. A crazy whipped cross, obviously, all the way, and it goes to the back post, and it bounces off the post, hits Johnson in his head or his hand, goes into the goal. Obviously 1-0 to Arsenal. A lucky goal, set piece FC LA, but we scored and we needed it because we wasn't attacking well. Obviously, even though there was a bit more intensity in that second half, we still didn't create anything clear cut. Gokeres had a chance, obviously, from I think a pass from Trossard. He kind of done well to spin, went just wide. Was a good play from him, to be honest with you, but we didn't really have any real shots, any real threat. There was a shot from Rice as well, actually. I think it was another play from Trossard, another pass from Trossard again, that creative passing. Rice drove inside, curled it low, but Johnson made a good save, but wasn't anything really. So that goal came at a timely manner. Obviously, I think it was in around the 75th minute, 73rd minute, and obviously he wanted Arsenal to get another goal, but as the game was going on, Arsenal kind of, probing, but nothing real threatening. And then as the minutes were ticking down, you can see Arsenal obviously start to kind of regress. Obviously, Mikel made another sub, put on Jesus for Gokeres, so it was nice to see Jesus get some minutes in the Premier League. Gokeres wasn't really good, was a bit better in the second half in terms of his hold-up play, and obviously got the shot off, but still wasn't good enough. In my opinion, for what we expect against bottom of the league. Obviously, I guess he is feeding off some scraps, but still, it's the bog standard kind of performance level that we expect, and it wasn't coming from him, and it's not coming from him. And I guess it's a good thing players like Jesus are back fit, because obviously it was impactful in this game. But yeah, Arsenal started to regress, and I don't know why. I think Wolves were there for the taking. Obviously, there were spaces there. Yes, players like Andre and Gomez were playing well, comfortable on the ball. Obviously, Wolves manager had made a lot of substitutions. Obviously, they played 5 at the back, but then he had brought off a couple of their defenders for some attackers, and obviously they were, a bit more threatening. But Arsenal didn't need to regress the way they did. Obviously, I know there was a couple of minutes left in the game, but there was going to be a couple of minutes at the time. There was 6 minutes in the end, and Arsenal were kind of regressing and trying to play a low block. And similar to, it gave me flashes of the Villa game again. Ball coming to the box, guys kind of scuffing their clearances, just clearing it out to Wolves to kind of power pressure on again, like what we do to teams. And I didn't like it. And the goal came from some constant pressure from Wolves, crossing the ball into the box. It was a good ball to the back post. Saka was a bit late to kind of scramble over there. I think the player may have been Mane, gets the ball back into the box, and the striker, I can't remember who came on for last, and tall black brother puts it in the back of the net, beats in KAPE. And at that point it was like 92nd minute, 93rd minute, and I'm like, fam, if you man draw this game, you need to go get a winner. Don't know how you're gonna do it, but win the game. And it was not too long afterwards. Saka, some good moments on the left hand side, I was on the right hand side, beats his man, puts a lovely, delightful ball into the box. I don't know if Jesus actually gets a head onto the ball and it heads onto Mascara, or Jesus makes the run and it just hits Mascara and it goes in. But either way, created by Saka, influenced by Jesus, goal, winner. I was elated, gassed, because we needed to win that game, and we did win that game. And obviously, especially with City playing tomorrow, Villa playing tomorrow, obviously put that pressure on them, because obviously if we had dropped points, Pep would have been licking his lips saying we need to go win this game, go level and 2 points to them, and Villa would have been licking the lips to them saying we can go potentially level on points to them too. I think City could have gone 1 point behind us, so good from us. Poor game we need to just forget about, and hopefully we don't see a lot of performances like this again, especially the way the whole game went in terms of chance creation point of view and everything. But we got the win, and now 5 points clear of City, 6 points clear of Villa, and we can kind of rest this weekend. I think I would get into a bit more depth about some of the players, do a player ratings maybe tomorrow in the morning. Maybe I might do a live, or we'll just do it as pre-recorded, do some player ratings, talk a bit more about the player performances, Mikel as well, in terms of his initial tactics and then the reactions, and then obviously some talking points for the week, as we only have our next game against Everton and a late kickoff for Saturday next week. So preview will come out probably on Thursday with Steph, and maybe I'll try and get a player profile out, on a player that is in the team right now during this week. So appreciate the love. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It's been your boy Cape. 2-1 to the Arsenal. We got out of there, 3 points and get the hell out of there. But that was a smelly, unacceptable, disappointing performance. Peace.